Hare Krishna, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Namo Vishnupadaya, Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine, Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Desatarine, Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukham karoti vachanam pangum nangate girim yat kupatam aham vande Shri Guru Dinatarine. Hare Krishna. So today we'll see verse number 8 of chapter 7, knowledge of the Absolute. So yesterday's verse, we saw Krishna told Arjuna that Matta Partaram Nanyat Kinchit Asti Dhananjaya. There is nothing superior to me. There is no truth superior to me. And Krishna told that he is like the string of the necklace on which all the pearls are resting. So in one way, he is the essence of everything. So now in next 3 to 4 verses, Krishna will be giving some examples or key indicators to show how he is the essence of everything. So let us see this verse. Raso aham apsu kaunteya
Rasoham apstu kaunteya
prabhasmi shashi suryayo
prabhasmi shashi suryayo
pranavaha sarva vedeshu
pranava sarva vedeshu
shabdakhe paurusham nrishu.
shabdakhe paurusham drishu.
Raso aham apsu kaunteya
Rasoham apsu kaunteya
prabhasmi shashi suryayo
prabhasmi shashi suryayo
pranavaha sarva vedeshu
pranava sarva vedeshu
shabdakhe paurusham nrishu.
shabdakhe paurusham drishu.
Please chant.
रसोऽहम् अप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशि सूर्यः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु सप्तके पौरुषमृषु
रसोऽहम् आप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशि सूर्ययोः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दः खे पौरुषं नृषु.
Okay. So translation and purport. O son of Kunti, I am the test of water, the light of sun and moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in ether and ability in man. Purport. This verse explains how the Lord is all pervasive by his diverse material and spiritual energies. The Supreme Lord can preliminarily perceived by his different energies, and in this way he is realized impersonally. As the demigods in the sun as a demigod in the sun is a person is perceived by his all-pervading energy, the sunshine. So the Lord, although he in his eternal abode, is perceived by his all-pervading diffusive energies. The test of water is active principle of water. No one likes to drink seawater because the pure taste of water is mixed with salt. Attraction for water depends on the purity of the taste, and the pure taste is one of the energies of Lord. The impersonalist perceives the presence of the Lord in water by its taste, and the personalist also glorifies the Lord by kindly supplying tasty water to quench man's thirst. That is the way of perceiving the Supreme. Practically speaking, there is no conflict between personalism and Impersonalism, one who knows God knows that impersonal conception and personal conception are simultaneously present in everything, and that there is no contradiction. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya establishes his sublime doctrine, Achintya Bheda and Abheda Tattva, simultaneously one and different. The light of sun and moon is originally emanating from Brahma Jyotir, which is the impersonal effulgence of the Lord. And Pranava, or the Omkar, transcendental sound, is the beginning of every Vedic hymn. Addressing says the Supreme Lord, because the impersonalists are very much afraid of addressing the Supreme Lord Krishna by his innumerable names. They prefer to vibrate the transcendental sound Omkar, but they do not realize that Omkar is sound representation of Krishna. The jurisdiction of Krishna consciousness extends everywhere, and one who knows Krishna consciousness is blessed. Those who do not know Krishna are in illusion. So, knowledge of Krishna is liberation, and ignorance of him is bondage. So, uh, Srila Prabhupada mentions Krishna is now telling that he is the essence of everything, and or how he is the essence of everything. So when we see earth, water, fire, air, ether, each of these elements have some object associated with it. Like ether have sound, water has taste, fire has shape, earth has, and each element has the quality of the other, the previous one. And then earth has taste, shape, smell. So each element have their object and they are associated. So here Krishna is giving example of water, light, the sunshine, and Vedic mantra and the sound and ability. So all these, if we see, are the material and both spiritual, both examples he is giving, because Krishna told that he will tell both, right? Material that we can see, that we cannot see. So water, for example, water is very essential for our living. So we cannot survive without water. Right? So that is one aspect. But apart from that, how the taste is associated with water. So when in our mouth we have saliva, right? That the water is coming out continuously in our mouth, and when we eat food, it mixes, and from that we get the taste. Uh, so in our mouth, if the water is not produced, saliva is not produced, then we cannot test the things. This is scientifically proven, right? So if somebody has that problem, they have to take the treatment so that the body functions in a way to generate it. So we get the taste of the food or anything that we eat through our mouth, and through the watery content in our mouth. So what we drink water, that is one thing, but in our body there is inbuilt quality of that water which connects us to the taste of everything that we eat. Uh, so in that way, if there is no taste, we cannot eat. The food will go inside our body, it will nourish everything, but the taste will not be there. And see, whatever we like food to eat, the major part is the taste. So sometimes even if we know that the food is not good for our health, but we still eat it, we cannot resist it. Why? Because it tastes so good that we cannot resist it. So taste is very important for us, and water is the element which is connected with the taste. And Krishna is saying that I am the taste of water. Uh, so so the water that we drink, whenever we drink water, if we can have a consciousness that the taste of this water is coming from Krishna, so then we remember Krishna, we connect with Krishna. How we connect? Okay, we thank Krishna that He is giving us so wonderful water, which is very tasty, and plus it is nourishing my body, it is maintaining my body. So Krishna's all purpose of telling this is that how we can think of Him, how we can connect with Him, how we can connect our mind with Him. So similarly about light of sun and moon. So, sun, If the sunshine comes in the morning, we automatically understand that the sun has come up, and nobody has to give any proof. Just by seeing the light, we understand sun is there. Similarly, moon. So light is the property which defines the existence of sun and moon. So Krishna is saying, I am the light. So there has been research that I was reading one article that how sun is producing um, unlimited energy, unlimited heat, and unlimited light for so many years in the past, and it's still continuing. So there must be some source of that light, because of which, and we everybody knows that because of sun, the solar system is maintained. If sun is not there, the life is very difficult. Right, in the winter we see, right, on the north areas, when the days are very small, it's very cold and it's very difficult to survive. So light of sun, which is also representation of heat and light both, is very necessary for our survival. And the sun and moon, they have unlimited energy and heat that is coming out of them for so many years, and it will keep coming so many years. So that is coming from Krishna's Brahma Jyoti. Right? So Krishna is saying, I am that light. Then all the Vedic mantras start with Om. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha, Om Namah Shivaya. Everything starts with Om. Uh, and Om is the representation of Krishna. Uh, so when anybody says Om, uh, when we only say Om, we cannot directly connect with Krishna, right? If we don't know the meaning of these words, we cannot connect. But if we know, okay, this Om represents Krishna. Generally, people understand that Om represents something that gives us peace, right? So if for people whose mind are not under control, who are too much disturbed, whose mind is too much uh, too much active, they are advised to chant Om. Mm. Or even if we have to go for some game, okay, for a very important game, and where the pressure is uh, very high stress and pressure of social pressure or anything of performance, then what is advised that before starting the game, uh, you do 1 minute of meditation on Om. Just say Om in particular way, and that gives you the peace and the energy of coolness or steadiness. So that syllable Om itself has transcendental energy, and that is represented by Krishna. Krishna says, I am that Om. So sound in ether. So ether is a very subtle element which is produced first. When in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we see that when the creation starts, it starts from sound, because the ether is, you can say, it is a space. It is just a space. So like I myself in this body, or my laptop or my phone, they are consuming some space in this uh, room. If we say this room is a space, and I am consuming some space. My phone, everything is consuming space. So all this, everything is consuming the space, and the quality of this element ether is sound. So presence of ether can be perceived by sound. So when I say I hear, if my ear don't have any issues, if I hear, then ether is there. Uh, So similarly, like what, right? I was saying, like if light is there, that means sun is there. So similarly, sound is there means ether is there, and that sound is the Krishna and ability in man. So this is very eye-opening. So man means any human being. So if I have good intelligence, or I am beautiful, or I have strong body, or I have strong mind, or a strong austerity. So this is ability in a particular person has, and generally, uh, When people have such type of extraordinary abilities, then they become puffed up. They go in pride that I have this ability, and that is my skill. But all that is refuted by here by Krishna. That Paurusham Nushu. So Krishna says, whatever ability that you get is coming from me. So this is the checkpoint for all of us, that if we think that I am something, then that's a wrong understanding. So we have to understand that that is also coming from Krishna. So if I am beautiful, we should understand it's coming from Krishna. If I am good cook, we should understand that skill of cooking is coming from Krishna. So in this way, all these 5 to 6 examples are examples that we see around us. So if we are in proper consciousness, then we can, through all these things around us, we can think of Krishna. We can connect to Krishna. And the whole purpose of Bhakti Yoga is think of Krishna and connect with Krishna, meditate on Krishna, right? So Krishna is giving very practical guidelines how we can think of him, because that was his promise. Hmm. So now in next few verses, he will also give more examples, and the examples are basically based on the basic elements, like earth, water, fire, air, ether, intelligence, false ego. So based on that, he will give the examples of the corresponding element which represents it, like sound, ether, taste, water. So earth is there, fire is there. So we'll see those verses from tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So we gone a little bit longer, but yeah. If anybody has comments or additions. Okay, thank you very much for joining. Hare Krishna. So let's see more examples how we can remember Krishna in our day-to-day life. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you
Hare
so
Krishna.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for joining.